Wilson. I'm Mr. Schmansky, and these are your morning announcements for Monday, November 4th, 2019. Today's lunch is a maple pancake, turkey sausage, tater tots, offerings bar, and a choice of milk. All service squad members, if you would like to participate in the rake and run next week, permission slips are due this Friday, November 8th. Science Club is also have a meeting after school this Wednesday in Mr. Kaneko's room upstairs. That meeting will go from 2:45 to about 3:45. Speaking of science, I did hear they had a pretty cool event on Friday, that Science Alive event. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see some of those clips for our announcements on Wednesday, because I heard they had sloth, chinchilla, python, some frogs, all sorts of awesome animals. Hopefully we can all get a look at that. If you've got any extra Halloween candy, please bring that in. There's a donation box in the office. Donate any of that extra Halloween candy, because we will use it to donate to a local veteran group. You can bring that in anytime this week. Another way you can donate, you've probably noticed up in the Commons area, is that we've got a canned food drive going on. And this helps support local families. Bring in any non-perishable canned goods, and you can donate them to our student council representatives. You'll want to let them know your homeroom though, because the homeroom with the most cans is going to win a prize. So please make sure you let them know. Let's hear from Mrs. Roadhouse now with an exciting new announcement about reading this month.
Hi everyone, Mrs. Roadhouse here. I want to talk to you about something special that's new in our school. You may have seen this space before, but now we've added something to it. So you can see here that we have started Wilson's very own little library. So sometimes you see these kinds of libraries out in the community, out in different businesses and different places in parks. But here we have one at Wilson too. So we are using some of the Wyandotte Reads books to have our own little lending library. So these books don't need to be checked out. You can come up and borrow a book and return a book. But let's talk about some good manners with this. We want to keep this space nice and usable. You do not need to add any of your own books. These are only our own Wyandotte Reads books, and you'll see that with the Wyandotte Reads stamps on the inside. You'll always return them here, never in the library, so make sure they come right back to the basket. And let's talk about what this space is not. We don't want to put any trash or garbage or anything up here, because we want to be really proud of our little lending library. So if you're in a pinch for time and you don't have time to check out a book, if you need something for Focus Friday, another good resource, and let's use some really good manners and be polite about putting these books back so that we can all enjoy them, and then they'll be back in circulation for next summer when we do Wyandotte Reads over this summer. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions about it, please come see me, and happy reading.
Now, all current 7th and 8th grade girls, have you ever thought about cheering at competitions? Are you interested in gymnastics or stunting? We are seeking out outgoing and athletic young ladies for our competitive cheer team. You do not need any experience to try out. There is a clinic this Wednesday, November 6th, from 3 to 5 in the new gym. You'll learn all the skills you need to try out. Tryouts are this Friday, November 8th, after school, also in the new gym. Please pick up an information packet from the office, and if you have any questions, please see Mrs. Queen in her room 206. Now remember that student staff volleyball game is taking place this Thursday from 6 to 7, and it's only $3 to get in. We hope to see everyone there. We'll be selling concessions, all sorts of yummy snacks as well to watch. I have an important announcement though, because I need to speak with the 8th grade girls volleyball team before then. So Wednesday after school, we're going to meet in my room, room 106, for about 10 or 15 minutes just to go over some of the details for game day. So please make sure you are there Wednesday after school in my room. Don't forget too that we do not have school tomorrow. No school tomorrow, so don't show up. It's election day, so you get the day off. And also, friendly reminder that our quarter one comes to an end this Friday. Hard to believe it's already been one whole quarter, but this Friday, so make sure those grades are up to date, make sure any missing work is taken care of. Before we sign off for the day, let's hear from Mrs. McCooch with an important announcement.
Good morning, Wilson students and staff. So I'm on the morning announcements today because I have one concern. That concern is I'm starting to hear some words being said by students that aren't very kind. Okay, our number one school rule is to be kind. in your locker you have that sticker. What's the very first item on that sticker? Be kind. Okay? So for some reason, I'm just starting to hear kids making fun of other students and then saying, oh, I'm just kidding. Okay, there's no such thing as just kidding. If you're hurting someone's feelings, please don't say it. There's also students who just are kind of like, if a student is getting annoyed by something and they ask another student to stop doing what they're doing, the students aren't listening and they're continuing to do the annoying behavior on purpose. Okay, they're instigating. And if you see somebody getting upset about something, especially if they ask you to stop, you should stop. Okay, you guys are in middle school now. This is not elementary. You guys have the capacity to understand other people's feelings and to do the right thing. So please, there is never an excuse not to be kind to one another. So our rules, be kind. Kind is number one for a reason. There is no excuse for it. You learn that in kindergarten. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. And students, the truth of the matter is, when other students aren't being very kind, maybe you can be empathetic toward them, which means kind of understanding, because usually if students are being mean, that means something's going on in their own life. Because usually if they're happy, then they are not picking on other kids. Okay, so if you're picking on other kids, what that's telling me, what that's telling us, is that things are going on in your life, and maybe you need just like an extra hug for crying out loud. I don't know. But students, if you kind of be empathetic yourselves, maybe you can understand students and help them. Okay, so maybe you can help them be a little bit kinder. But nonetheless, if you come to our office because you're not being kind to other students, you're going to be in trouble. So please, do the right thing, be kind. We have a great school, we're a family, and families don't treat each other poorly. And if they do, they say they're sorry. Okay, so please make sure you remember that not only are we a family, but every student that goes here has a family that loves them. So if they go home and say that somebody's picking on them or they don't want to come to school because they're being bullied, you know, that's going to hurt their family members, right? They're going to call us. They're going to come in. No one wants to see their child afraid to come to school, sad about coming to school. So please, just remember, all of us have family members who love us and don't want us to be picked on. Do the right thing. No excuses for not being kind. Thank you. Have a great day.
Now that's all for today. Let's have a magnificent Monday, and please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance